get connected on social media, on Instagram, of all places, right? It's where I meet all my friends. And I just loved her energy, how positive she is. I love her personality. So, Jamie, you'll have to make sure that you post in the chat box your Instagram handle so make sure everyone's following you, because I just feel like you just share such good content. It's a lot of fun to watch. And you've been so helpful with like realtor tips. We're talking about guides, Facebook ads. So why don't you introduce yourself to everybody who doesn't already know who you are?
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me, girls. This is really fun. I live and breathe real estate. So my story, I don't know if it's interesting. I think everyone thinks their own story is interesting, right? But my story, so I went to college. I'm originally from California. My degree is in interior design. Right out of college, I went to go work for a custom home builder, and I freaking loved it. I left that job, got my real estate license, hit the ground running, and I sold almost 35 houses my first year. And I was like, wow, like this is really for me. So I ended up building up our brand, building up my name. A couple years into it, my husband quit his corporate job and jumped into it full time with me. And we ended up starting up a home staging business. So we had a full-fledged home staging company, our real estate company. And then we also opened up a retail design storefront. And we were wearing all the hats and doing all the things. And that year when we opened up the storefront, I had my second child. So I had my daughter, and girl, don't do that, y'all. Don't.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
Woo-wee.
It's a lot, right? And so I had her the next day. I went home from the hospital. The day after that, I was baby wearing her, like doing the damn thing, working, and like it was a hard year. So it was so much, we decided to close up our storefront that summer. So that was summer of 2018. Well, something started stirring in our heart that we should finally go after our lifelong dream of relocating to the Carolinas. And so after much thought and prayer and discussion, it was really weird how it happened, but our best friends who lived across the street from us at the time came home from a trip to the Carolinas and said, you guys, we're moving. And we go, oh my God, we just decided we're moving too. So we were fortunate enough to plan our move across country from California to North Carolina after 10 years of being in the real estate business with our best friends and relocating here. And I literally left everything behind and pretty much started over. So we moved here summer of 2019 and just kind of hit the ground running, because, you know, when you build up a business and you're successful, you know all the things to do the right way and what not to do. And so really it's just helping me just catapult myself at a high level faster, because I know what to do, even though I didn't know really anybody here at all. So it's really cool to be able to see where I came from and just have this vision of where I need to go.
Yeah.
And it's just been a wild ride. It really has.
That's
awesome.
A little bit about our production level too. We left behind a team that we were selling like 20 million in real estate. So to go from that high level to build something back from the ground back up again, like it was so pretty scary.
Yeah. Like that's so scary. So when you made this move, and then what were your first thoughts? Like, okay, I need to do cold calls. I need to door knock. I need to do open houses. Like, I know you must have had a plan.
I totally had a plan, and it involved nothing that you just mentioned. So my plan, honestly,
there's so many ways to generate business.
I know, but my plan, because I had worked so hard and I was like doing so much, I said, you know what, I'm going to take the summer off and I'm not going to do anything. When am I ever going to have this opportunity to relocate with my family, spend time with my kids, and get to know my new area? So that's what we did. The first plan of attack was go to restaurants, go to places, parks, kid museums, stuff like that with my kids, and figure out my new area, look at new construction neighborhoods, and just do all that stuff. Mind you, because I've been in real estate for more than 5 years full-time in California, North Carolina pretty much reciprocated my license. So I already had my license when I moved here. So I am dually licensed in both states still. So my first plan of attack was get to know your new area and start doing that before really, you know, networking and building my brand up again. Because I just wanted to be very mindful of that, protecting that time with my family. And then once the kids started school in the fall, that's when I finally hit the ground running. I did all the things, all the networking events, which that is number one important, getting to know all the people who run your town, right? Like all the big dogs.
What kind of networking events?
Yeah, so there's this one that is my favorite. It's called, the town I live in is outside of Raleigh, about 10 miles outside of Raleigh. It's called Holly Springs. So I go to that one the most. It's called the Holly Springs Small Business Networking Group.
How did you hear?
Very nice.
So it's really funny because I joined this Facebook group, right? Because social media, that's my game plan. I joined this Facebook group called Networking Women of the Triangle. And I said, hey, I'm new to the Triangle. Like, I'm looking for a local lender to Holly Springs. Who do y'all know? And I got a bunch of responses. And so I connected with that woman that most people recommended me to. She sat down and had lunch with me and said, oh man, girl, you're going to kill it here. Like, I love you. I love your energy. Like, you're so incredibly smart, like business savvy. Come to my networking group. So she invited me, and it just all kind of catapulted from there. So really just networking locally and then building your brand from the ground back up again using social media, because we all know that's a really good long-term game plan, right? Is using social media. So social
I love
media,
that.
yeah, that's always been my game plan. Like even 10 years ago when I started, that is what helped me sell 35 houses my first year in real estate, was just using Facebook, because Instagram wasn't around yet back then, you guys. Instagram came out like the second year I was in real estate, but was really Facebook, and like just getting to just kind of have like I just see it as like a cocktail party online, right? And just getting to know people. I'm not like that, hey, look at me, if anyone needs to buy or sell a home, contact me. Like, that's so lame. So it's always just about building that relationship on social media platforms. Like, that's how I met you, Stevie, and like just getting to know people and networking both online and offline. So networking in your local community is huge when you have just relocated, because you need to meet all the people who run your town, all the other small business owners, other realtors. You know, you need to make connections, and that has been the best thing for me.
Yeah.
And then from there, sitting down, I had the goal of every week sitting down with at least 4 new people. And I don't look at it like most people do. I wouldn't say like, hey, this is about me. This is what I do. I sell houses. Who do you know that I can help? It wasn't about that for me. It was like, let's sit down. Let's have a cup of coffee or a glass of wine on me. And I want to know your story.
Yeah.
Why do you do what you do? Why are you so passionate? Where are you from? Did you relocate? How can I help you? And like,
that sounds like all the things from the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Like, just ask questions. People love talking about themselves. And then they will be like, well, what do you do for work? And then when you talk about it, like, you're excited that it's fun.
Right.
That's really when you get able to gravitate with people.
Yeah, and then they see your energy. They totally see your energy, and they're just like, oh, I want what you have. Like, what is so different about you? And then you can explain what sets you apart amongst the other freaking 20,000 realtors in the Triangle, by the way.
Yeah, that's the way that works. So talk to us about the platforms on social media that you're utilizing, because obviously you started with Facebook, and as social media evolves, we have so many different shiny objects with Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, like all of the things. So what are you utilizing at a high level that you're seeing a return on?
So that's funny. You literally just pretty much said everything that I do. So Facebook, Instagram is the big one. I do have a YouTube channel, but it's kind of lame. So I'm working on getting that like better. And because I've been doing so much video content has been huge. So that's the other thing that I've been doing is, so I'm going to kind of go off on a rabbit trail. It does relate to the question you asked, but another way that I've been able to reach people using social media, so Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, those are all things I'm on, but the main heavy hitters I use are Instagram and Facebook, and now I'm going to focus a little bit on YouTube because I am putting out really cool video content. But what I've been doing is building up my Facebook business page and putting out content not just about real estate, like, oh, my family just went to go see this, went to this new restaurant. Here's this video I put together. Check out our review at the end. And what I do is I do those videos, I post them from my business page, and then I post them in all the like different mom groups, different local networking groups that are on Facebook to get my video views up. Because what happens is if you post it organically from your Facebook business page and then start sharing it to all these other groups, you get your video views up. And then what happens is through Facebook Ads Manager, through the Business Manager, you can actually retarget those same people. So if they've watched your video for at least 3 seconds, you can create a custom ad and just constantly be in their feed when you create that custom audience. So everything I do is strategic online. It's just a way for me to get my net larger, right? And so now I think in that custom audience of people that are here local to the Raleigh area that have viewed any of my videos for at least 3 seconds, my reach is about 19,000 now. And so now what I do is when I do a Facebook ad, I can retarget those same people that have viewed my videos for at least 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I should have done the Facebook ad.
Yeah. Like, it's freaking brilliant, but it's working too for me because I'm just like, you know, in the grocery store or whatever. And just a couple weeks ago, someone was like, gosh, I really recognize you. Like, do you go to this gym? Oh, maybe it was this class we took 2 years ago. And I'm like, no, I just relocated like, 8 months ago. And then the cashier goes, oh, wait, you're that realtor on Facebook, aren't you? And I'm like, yeah, that's me. And the lady was like, that's how I know you. You're appearing in my feed constantly. So it's about being on.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's so incredible.
Yeah, so they don't even have to follow my Facebook page or know me personally, and I'm still being consistent and showing up in their feed. So
wow. That's incredible.
And it's a long-term game, right? Social media is a long-term game. People will slowly, quietly watch you before they reach out to you, like 6 months or so before they actually make contact and say they're ready to buy or sell or whatever. So, and then I also created a Facebook page, and I could have just done like a relocation page of anyone in the world relocating to Raleigh, but I wanted to hone in on a niche and be known as the realtor in the Raleigh area that specializes in helping Californians relocate. So I created a California to North Carolina business page or group page in Facebook. And so I just put fun stuff in there. And overnight, I think I got like almost 300 people in that group page. And I've already had quite a few people that are relocating this summer that I met through that page from just creating it. And I created it in January.
That is awesome. That's so, I need to do that.
It's fun. And you get to meet people and you get to talk about like, oh, did you go here in California? Like, did you like to vacation here? Like, oh, do you also miss the tacos too? Like, I really miss Californian tacos. You can't get them here the way you can in, California. And so you just have this conversation. And then I like to do those fun restaurant videos and post them in that page.
Yes.
Like,
I think that's what I ended up noticing about you. Was you had posted a video of a local restaurant, and I'm like, how did you do that? And she's like, my phone.
Yeah, literally my phone. So I'll post my handle on my Facebook for everyone in the group chat right here, just so you can see some of the content I'm putting out. I literally use my cell phone.
Yeah.
And I also have my gimbal. So like my stabilizer gimbal, it's a telescopic one that has the tripod on the bottom. And then I use the InShot app, and I just slam videos together, and some people think I have a videographer that follows me around town. So I guess they're decent quality.
Well, honestly, people want to see like real, raw, authentic videos like that. If you were to shoot these videos, professional, perfect videos, people are going to like it as much.
Right.
So I think it's awesome.
Yeah, and the ones that get the most views are usually the ones of me and my family out, because people love my kids, because your vibe attracts your tribe. And so I'm trying to attract other local young families also. And that's my target market. And so that is why I use my kids every now and again in my videos. So they're like, oh, she's a mom too,
Have you dabbled with TikTok at all?
Oh, girl, I feel so old.
I know.
I did create an account, but I'm not as cool as you. I haven't done any videos yet on TikTok.
I haven't done any of like the cool videos, like the dancing and the, I don't know, lip syncing, whatever. I have not, but I've just been dabbling with it, with just like plugging in some photos, videos, and whatnot. But I will say, I had toured this new construction community, and I had done a quick video out there. Well, then I realized the video was too long for TikTok, because apparently you can only post 60 seconds of video on there. So I just like threw in some stuff. yeah, threw in some stuff and played with the effects. And I was like, oh, I'm going to post this on Instagram. So I posted on Instagram. I hashtag the community, the builder, the whole area, the zip code, all those things, right?
That's cool.
And I ended up getting a buyer who reached out to me, and they found me from hashtagging Trailmark, which was the community. And I was like, oh, because of this TikTok video that I thought sucked. And it's like, people don't care. They don't care.
They want to see the real authentic you, because like that's when you attract people, when you're like on your just being yourself. And like if you mess up, who cares? Keep going. If you're the type of person that you drop F-bombs like Gary Vee all the time, then drop an F-bomb. Like, be real, because those are the people you're going to connect with on social media. Like, those are the people that are going to end up saying, oh my God, like, I really like this person. I feel like I already know her. And it's a slam dunk now. Like, I don't have to go on a listing appointment against 3 other realtors. It's, hey, we're going to list our house with you. Can you meet with us and let us know how much is our house worth and what do we need to do to prep our house? And it's like complete strangers, you know?
That's amazing, girl. And I feel like just what you're doing is so awesome. You're in a place that you don't know anybody. And even if I feel like if you do know a lot of people, it's hard. Like, real estate's just
it's just hard. It's hard to put yourself out there, but once, and I know you know this, once you put yourself out there, it's easier to just keep doing it every single day. And then by like a month or so in, it's normal to be like talking into your cell phone at a restaurant with people looking at you acting stupid, you know? It doesn't even matter, because the people that you want to see and engage with your content is who you're recording it for anyways. So it works. And so if you're just being consistent, that's the key, is being consistent no matter what you do.
Yeah.
That is when you're going to end up winning the game, you know?
I am so consistent. I just recorded this video for my YouTube on Instagram. And so I've had my Instagram for 5 years, and I've posted like 2,300 and something posts, and it averaged out to 456 posts a year, but it was 38 posts a month. So I have been consistently posting for the last 5 years, every single day. And some months I was posting more than once a day. And I'm doing Instagram stories. But that's why realtors call me for referrals. I just talked to this girl's parents today. I'm selling one of their investment properties. It was someone that found me on Instagram. And that's how I get referrals. It's how people find me, buyers and sellers find me. It's how I'm able to build credibility with my friends and to get them to tell their friends and family about me.
100%. 100%.
So,
everything you said.
How are you continuing to build your business? Are you just laser focused on social media? Are you doing anything else?
Yeah, so I'm pretty laser focused, like I said, on the networking, meeting people, doing my video content and getting my video views up. Because for me, like, think of it this way. I'm going to like mind shift y'all right now. Instead of like door knocking, getting my video views up and doing paid Facebook ads is digitally door knocking. But I have to do a call to action to get them to give me their info, right? And then I can call them, whatever, drop them into my CRM and have a long drip campaign. So I'm laser focused pretty much on those things, like, you know, networking locally, the Facebook advertisement, and then just being who I am on social media. And I've gotten so many people just based off of social media alone and Facebook ads.
What about your kids' schools?
Yeah, so I'm a part of the PTA. My son, he's only in kindergarten. My daughter's in daycare, so she's still too little. But yeah, I am a part of the PTA. This year was my first year being a part of the PTA, but next year I do plan to be on the, you know, a board for some committee of some sort. I do like volunteer work. We're consistent in our church, just all the things. And it's really funny because people that I've met here, they're just like, you're the busiest person I've ever met. And I feel like I'm really not that busy. The difference between them and me is like, I'm sharing every single thing on Instagram and Facebook. Like, so it looks like I'm so busy all the time.
Oh, yes.
You know, just putting myself out there. So, but yeah, laser focused mostly on social media platforms and Facebook ads and doing that kind of stuff. I don't really waste my time on other things. Cold calling's never really been my thing. I'm all about the relationship building, and the easiest way to do that is social media platforms.
Yeah. Just talk to people, like just be open to it. I know a lot of times I go out, you know, the grocery store or something, and I'm just like, I want to get in and out, but I'm like, no, this is an opportunity to meet somebody. I was just walking up to my house, which is a condo, and my hands were full, and I saw this guy outside that I haven't recognized, and I was like, hey, how's it going? I was like, do you live here? And like, my hands are full, like I need to get inside, but I'm like, no. We're gonna find out who this is. And then he's like, oh yeah, this tenant just moved out. And I was like, oh, are you gonna be renting it out or selling?
There you
like,
go.
Like talking to everybody and just trying to be approachable. Like, it's hard for people to come up to me or to go up to other people, right? Like, it's intimidating to just start a conversation. So I try to just always look like happy, smiling, and like open to conversation, right? Instead of like, I could have had my head down. I'm clearly carrying, both of my hands were full, and I had my purse. Like, I could have booked it, but I was like, no, let's figure out.
Exactly. That's just it. And I live in a huge master plan community, so I'm always out and about saying hi with the kids at the park, striking up conversation, walking to school pickup, talking to parents while we're walking to get our kid. You know, it's always just being like conversational with people. And just another thing is just I branded myself as like the 12 Oaks realtor. So that's the hugest, like most desirable neighborhood in my new town. Okay. So when people search 12 Oaks or 12 Oaks realtor, like all my stuff is consistent. Like, sure, there's other realtors here and there, but my stuff is like the most consistent. So that's how I picked up 2 new buyers this last month, even, was just by doing that and being consistent and branding myself as such, you know, branding myself as a designing realtor because I have my background in interior design. I own that home staging company, and I still stage for my clients for free. So that's another way of branding myself, and just being consistent with your hashtags and geolocations and, you know, all that good stuff.
Yeah, social media is not going anywhere, and we all need to get on board, and it's free. Like, of course, yeah, you can do the ads, and that costs money, but there you can still reach and just be social, engage with people on social media. There's so many times that I am like reaching out to local business owners or other people. Like, I've been going to yoga, and I'll just search like hashtag Jack's Yoga and start following people that I feel like I could be friends with. And I'm like, hey girl,
exactly.
what class are you going to? I've been checking out this one place and it seems good. And hey, do you want to grab coffee sometimes? And like, people are nice and open, and we all want to make friends too. Like, even if you're not in sales, like, it's hard to make friends when you're older. And I feel like when you come off as like open and inviting, and you know, you're not even talking about real estate.
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, like, also just befriending other realtors. Like, I come from a place of collaboration, not competition. And so you'll see that on my vibe, but like on my social media platforms, I'm consistently talking about different things that could help other realtors too, because I really feel it's important. We're all in this together. And at one point, I'm going to be writing up an offer on somebody's listing. And if I help them at some point with social media, or was being helpful or being nice or whatever it is, then I say that's a win, right?
Oh, absolutely. This is so funny. So my mom went to this open house while I was in Dallas, which I told her not to, but you know, whatever. Well, she went in, and, you know, the lady was talking to her about having an agent, and my mom says, no, I have a realtor, yada, yada. And the lady was like still talking to her about, you know, looking at properties. And my mom was like, it's my daughter. Like, and it's Stevie Hot, and she knew who I was. She was Facebook friends with me. And she was like, then she started showing my mom, no, look, like, I love Stevie. She is awesome. She's such a great agent. I'm even Facebook friends with her. Like, this lady feels like she knows me.
Because of your social media.
Yeah, I've never even met her. She's talking so highly about me. And my mom was like, this woman was like ranting and raving. I thought you like knew her.
She thought y'all were besties.
Yeah, and like, she was like, she pulled out her phone to show me that y'all were Facebook friends. And I was like, that's what's so crazy. People think that they know you. Yep. And you are so right when you go to listing appointments. And it takes time, and you have to be consistent.
You have to be consistent for sure. And it's a long-term game plan, but the return on that investment, which, like you said, it's free, but the return on that is huge.
Yeah, it's so worth it. Well, I feel like you just gave like all the good, awesome golden nuggets. This was so much fun to have you on here, and I'm so glad that you did it.
I know. Thank you for asking me to be a part. Like, I was like, yeah, of course. I would totally love to join. And